machine, and it's made by the same guys who made the World of Goo. If you know World of Goo, you will see that in the little faces. This is a game about programming. Don't let that distract you from the fact that it's fun, because it is fun. It's not, you're not sitting around coding, you'll see what I mean. You just solve puzzles, interesting puzzles that have nothing to do with typing or more. You'll see. Anyway, let's start. I've already played some, but let's start from the scratch. I'm that one. Yep, that's me. Where's my badge? Elevator, let's go. We start from the mailroom, like all the great American traditions. Welcome to my first day. Excellent instruction follower. There we are. Your first job will appear over there on the right side in a moment. Right side, where's the right side? Remember, you can always ask me for help. And hello. You drag commands into this area to build a program. Your program should tell your worker to grab each thing from the inbox and drop it into the outbox. So basically we'd run inbox, outbox. See? Drag and drop. Drop, not drop. When I learn to speak, that will become apparent. So you can run it or run it in steps, and this is how fast you run it. If I leave it here and I run it, it goes like that. See, now he has said, wait a minute, you didn't do everything I asked. He says all of those things. So we have to step back, or forward. But that doesn't continue, so that's why now this guy doesn't get upset. But if I press play, he does, because by the time you end your program, all of the expectations will have to be met, otherwise he complains. Of course we can just stop it, and every time you stop it you get new. So let's see, 287, we stop, he complains, stop it. Now we have 913, and that way well, not exactly guarantees, but it can allow you to test your programs with a variety of inputs, so that maybe your program works with those specific ones that came in, but it is supposed to work with everything. So that's why this exists. So this basically means that you take one from the inbox and you take it out on the outbox, in from the inbox, out from the outbox, but you only do it 1, 2, and then there's nothing else. So you need to do more. And out. Run it fast. Boom. And that's it. And we get a report card. Next floor. We spend a year doing that, and now we go to the next floor. Busy mailroom. Looks like you've made it this far. Congratulations on your promotion. Most people stress out and quit before making it this far. But I can tell you have a bright future in inbox-outbox management. Here is your new assignment. Grab each thing from the inbox and drop each one into the outbox. You got a new command. You can drag jumps arrow to jump to different lines within your program. With this new ability you can complete this assignment using only 3 total commands, which is like so. We did this, and then if we wanted to, that would take A from in to out, and that's it. Then we have more in and out and more in and out for every different thing. But now we have jump. Jump has this little thing moving. What it says is, you'll do in. This is not a line. You do 1, then you do 2, then you do 3, and 3 is jump here, and then you continue. So if I do this, it will just take something, put it out in inbox, and then ask again to put something out in outbox, which doesn't make any fucking sense. So we need to in, out all the time, all the way without end, and this is the jump. 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, 1, up, 2, and so on, and so forth. See? Easy. Gear to report card is fine. It's not going to continue being so fine because there are going to be some conditions further down the road. Oh no, the inbox conveyor system is completely broken, but that doesn't mean we get to take a break from work. No, we don't. Ignore the inbox for now and just send the following 3 letters to the outbox: PUG. The facilities management staff has placed some items over there on the carpet for you. If only there were a way for you could pick them up. Well, what's this new thing? Copy from. Copy from what? Oh, I know, that one. Copy from 4. Output. Now, if I jump it, it's still gonna copy from 4, but I don't want that. So I cannot use jump. Copy from 1, then go to outbox, and then copy from G, and go to outbox. And that's it. BUG. Scrambler handler. Here 4. Conveyor system is fixed. Yay, they take bug reports. And just in time for you to get to work. Well, the bug is fixed but a year later, because remember every stage is a year, so they have a yearly resolution of bugs, which is, let's say, okay. The data won't collate itself, of course it won't. Grab the first 2 things from the inbox and drop them into the outbox in the reverse order. So grab 1 and 7, but I want 7 to be first and 1 to be last. And then the next ones, and then the next ones. You got a new command. Feel free to copy to wherever you like on the carpet. It will be cleaned later. So now you have 3 positions on the carpet to use. So what if how can I take 1 and then put it aside? Because then I want to take 7 and get it out, and then take the one from here and get it out and start the whole thing again. That seems reasonable enough, no? I take 1, drop it. I take 7, put it out. I take the 1 again, drop it, and then I start again. So we can go inbox to take something. Copy 2, 0. Then I'm gonna take inbox again and take it out. 1, inbox, 1, takes 1, puts it there. Copy 0, puts it there, I'm sorry. 3, inbox, grabs the 7. Outbox, takes the 7 out. So now I take 1 again. Copy from that and to outbox. And now do the same thing over and over again. Worked! Let's go, 5 years. After 5 years I finally have a coffee break.
Back to work, everyone.
Well, okay.
Regions of the city continue to experience power failure. Local authorities are investigating.
We have no power. Rainy summer! What's that got to do with anything? Oh, it rains. Oh. Welcome to my personal rain cloud. I was never very good at math, since I have only 3 fingers on each hand. 1, 2, 3. But I hear you don't actually need to know very much about math to complete these assignments. So I'm gonna do the math for you. For each 2 things in the inbox, add them together and put the result in the outbox. You got a new command, add. It adds the contents of a tile on the floor to whatever value you're currently holding. So something in the floor and something I hold get added. Doesn't seem like that much of a stretch to what we previously did. So we take something, put in the floor, take the next thing, add them and out, and do again the same thing. Might work. Inbox, I have something. Copy to 0. Let's grab another inbox and now add it to 0. And now out. And jump. Should work. 4 down. 4 add them. 8 out. Cool. 1 put it down. Cool. 4 add them. 5 out. Works. There we go. Continue. And now we have options. So you can go that up this route, which is basically a little bit more advanced of a problem, and then you can continue all the way to the top without worrying anything else about it. But let's just try a little bit more advanced. Who are you? This optional area is for high-performing employees only. Is that you? Well, you're late. 7 years late. We need to make some changes around here. I want to see a 100% performance increase. From this point on, your performance will be evaluated with extra scrutiny. Right. For its thing, that basically, yeah, scrap that. What she said was that now on we are going to be evaluated on steps and time. So if I take an enormous program and run it and it's successful, it's going to tell me you did the job, but you did it in 300,000 steps when you only needed 2. And it took you 5 eons to complete the program when I just needed 2 minutes. And that's what she's gonna say. So what we do here, for each thing in the outbox, triple it and outbox the result. Self-improvement tip. Where are we going with this? Please leave the high-level decisions to management. Right. So I grab a 5 and I should put here a 15. Grab -1, should put here -3. A 4 should put here 12, and 0 doesn't matter, just 0, but that doesn't mean the program will not be executed. So how can I do this? Well, tripling something is what, basically? 5 times 3 is 5 plus 5 plus 5, and that's what add is. So what if I do add? Let's see. Inbox, copy to 0. Add it to 0 and add it to 0 and outbox and jump to do it all again. Let's do this. 5 10 15 out. Seems to work. -1 -2 -3. That works. 12. Cool. And 0 is 0, so yeah, but still we have to go. We're not gonna get an if statement here. So that works. And now we get a report card. 6 or fewer commands. 6? Cool. 24. So I complete. Can I do something better? For example, I have this here. What if I take a jump and scrap that? Does that make it cleaner? Wait. Well, I have no way to count. So it just keeps adding and 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 adding without ending. And that's what that happens. So you take it out, take another add it to 0, and you run the program. Six and 6, and we have a best tracker. So maybe if I could have some better way to do it, I could be tracking this. And sometimes you cannot match both of these. Sometimes you can only have better size but slower speed, or faster speed but bigger size. And that comes up later. So we do the triple. Octoplier. It's an octopus. Yes, you can always check your own performance on each assignment with realization challenges. The 2 green lights next to each button in the elevator will tell you how you're doing. I don't know what the elevator is. Oh, that. These green lights. So one for speed and one for steps, I suppose. Hey, what happened here? And here? Coffee time, yeah, but here? We'll see. Cool. Yes. 2 green lights next to each button in the elevator will tell you how you're doing. Is there anything in life more thrilling than self-improvement? I don't know. For each thing in the outbox, multiply it by 8 and put the result in the outbox. Using a bunch of add commands is easy, yeah, but wasteful. Can you do it using only 3 add commands? Management is watching. So basically, can you multiply something by 8 with only 3 add commands? Is that even possible? I mean, let's see, 3. If 3 is here, let's start. Inbox, we take the 3. We have to copy it down, because but then we add it to itself, and now that's doubled. How do we add it again? If I add it again, it's just... well, let's just do that. How many times it said? 8. So 8 adds. Add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that should be 8. No? Probably. I don't know. 3 times 8, 24. Is that 24? We'll see. 6, 9, 12, 13, 18, 21, 24, 27. Nope. One too many. 6, 8, 48. That works. Cool. And then we take it to the outbox, and then we do that again. So let's see. This is the supposedly wasteful program. Let's try it. So yeah, I did what I was supposed to do. But I did it with 11 steps, and it took me 44 speeds. So that's what it means by being wasteful. So let's see if we can improve that. The clue here is that we can only do it with 3 add. And this is where it starts to become a little bit about math. Because 3 and 8 have only one, let's say, relationship. There is only one way I can do something 3 times and get an 8, and that's if I take it to the power of 2. So 2 to the power of 3 is 8. And when I add something, I basically multiply it by 2. So how can I take something that I've multiplied by 2 and then raise that 2 to the power of? If your head hurts, that's fine, but listen to that. What if I take what I have in my hand and then drop it back again, down, and then add it again, and then drop it again, and then add it again? What I'm doing is this. I start with an inbox. I have 4. I copy it down to 0. I add it to 0, and now it's 8. It's doubled. What if I take that down again to 0 and take the 8 down and then add it to itself? Now the 8 and 8 is 16, and that's 4 times 4. So that's 4 times 2 to the power of 2. So by doing that copy and add, I basically took the 2 and raised to the power of 2. So if I do this one more time, then that means I'll have the next number go to the power of 3. So copy 2 again, add it again, and now I have excuse me, I have the add 3 times as requested, but is it power of 8? Let's see. 4. Double that. 8. Now if I want to have a double 8, so I want the next one to be 16, and it is. And I want the 16 to be doubled to 32. And seems to work. And seems also to work. How did we do? 9. 9. 36. 36. So basically it has the best solution ever, I think. I don't think there is another solution that's better than that. If anybody knows any better solution than that, please let me know. But seems all perfectly good. And let's continue. Tetracontiplier. What a wonderful feeling when all your work over the last few years all comes together and culminates in a well-executed assignment. For each thing in the inbox, multiply it by 40 and put the result in the outbox. So now we're getting it much more. So 40, I want that to become 80. How the hell are we gonna do that? Well, standard, copy 2 here, add 0, and let's test if there is a power that will allow us to reach the number. 4. I want 80, remember, because 2 times 40 is 80. Nope, that's not it. What if I can go halfway there? If I can go to 40, 32, 64, still I cannot go to 40. What is 40? 40 divided by 2 is 20. That doesn't help me because I couldn't get to 40 myself. That doesn't make sense. If it was a 4 here before, I couldn't get to 40, so that would might be half. What if I got divided by 4? 80 divided by 4 is 20, and I cannot go to 20 with 4. So 80 divided by 5. 8 divided by 5 is 20. No, it's not 20. Moron. 8 divided by 5 is 36. 16. Wait a moment. I can go 16. So I could go 16. That means 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I take it to 16 and then plow down all of those and add it, I should be able to do that. So drop that, copy 2, 0, add 0. That should take me 2. I like 2. Let's test 2. Okay, 4, 8. Started with 2. So 2 times 40 is 80. Does that make any sense? No, 2 times 4, 8. Yeah, 2 times 4, 8. So I need another one. 8 and 8, 16. I need 3 of those. Okay. Add here. Copy 2. Add here. And now I can just... I have the number I want here at this stage, which is divided by 5. I need to just copy to 1, copy to 2, copy to 3, copy to 5, and add 1, not jump, add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4, and out. Come on. Jump. All the way up. God, that's unwieldy. Will it work though? Well, math is correct, but 14, wow. And okay, that's a terrible program. Let's go back. The problem is that I do not have the commands to say that the 0 should only run 3 times, so I can just shorten somehow, and these are all wait a minute. It's the same number. Why am I running it all this time? I put the same number here and here and here, and then I add that and that and that and that. Why not just put it 1 time here and then add it 4 times that I want? $14. 56. Cool. So why does this work then? Why does all of these 1, 2, 3 adds and then 1, 2, 3, 4 adds mean 80? Or 40 times multiplication? Well, let's take the 4 here. I have the 4. Add once means 2 times double it. 4 times 2 is 8. And then double it again. 4 times 4 is 16. And then double it again. 4 times 8 is 32. So 8. And now I add it 4 times. So how does multiplying something by 8 and then adding it 4 times on itself become 40? Well, 8 and 8 and 8 and 8 5 times. Because it is 5 times. You're already copying it 2. So you have 1 and 2, and now you're gonna add them. So adding them means that and that and that and that and that, and that becomes 5. So 5 times 8 is 40, and that's why that works. And we have completed that. And now we can go to Zero Exterminator. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm going to take a wild guess and say I'm still going to be processing numbers. Or 10 years, still numbers. I have a note here from your other boss that says, from this point on your performance will be evaluated with extra scrutiny. What a treat. Yes, because we already know. So, send all things that are not 0 to the outbox. You got a new command. It jumps only if the value you are holding is 0. Otherwise, it continues to the next line. So, it's a little bit like a conditional statement in programming, but this is a little bit more specified. It already has the condition built into it. So it's like a jump, but only jump if the value you're carrying is 0. So we want everything not 0 in the outbox. So if I grab something, then I have to check if it's 0. But it's plainly want it in the outbox. So that's my basic program. But the point is, how do I not jump if 0 and then move down to ignore the outbox? So basically grab something. If it is 0, then go here and go back and grab something new. Should work. 1. It goes to the outbox because it's not 1. That's 0. I don't care. 1. There it is. Four, great. Speed 27. How can I decrease that? Why is it 27? Wait a minute, are those the same figures? Those are the same figures. Again, those are the same figures. But I don't see another way of doing it. Oh, wait. Why do I need a second jump? Why not do that? Just if it's 0, grab another one. Don't even go there. Don't even go, but don't bother with the second jump. That's why. Because you need another. Okay, let's. Still, the premise holds. But just need to do that. or that if you like, so that it's neat. So I'm saving steps on the critique of the 0, I think. Come on, 23. There it is. 0 preservation initiative, so not the elimination. It has come to our attention that the Zero advocacy community felt the previous assignment was not inclusive. This time send only the zeros to the artbooks. What happens to the other numbers and letters? Management leaves that detail up to you. Well, I don't care. So let's try it again. Artbooks, jump to the start. That's pretty much the same thing. But now I want the jump, if this is 0, how about I cannot, this has to be weird. Okay, if it is 0, jump below there. Wait a minute, let's see if that makes any sense. So we start with an inbox. If it is 0, I go here and I take it out and I jump back. Inbox. If it is not 0, I do not jump, but I jump here and I skip it and I take a new one. That should work. Well, it worked, but is it effective? No, it's not. What am I missing again? There is some kind of inefficiency there that I do not exactly see right now. But the inefficiency usually is tied with the denial. This is a step. Jump if 0, it's not, and I go back up. This is 0, outbox, jump up. Let's see it. Wait a minute, let me count how many steps. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That's 27. Well, 28. But you want 25. What step am I missing? How can I improve the speed? Why am I being bottlenecked here? I have to start the inbox. Cool. But then I cannot... If it is 0, I have to take it out and then start again. If it's not 0, go back. What if I take you out? No, that doesn't work. If it is not 0, I need to process that so that you can take another one. But if it is 0, I want you to jump into the outbox. And then how do you jump back? I don't know. do that. That's not gonna make a difference. That's not making a difference. Jump steps are not included in the calculations, so we don't care. If I don't do that, then it's gonna output all the wrong ones. Yep. And if I do that, again, all of them off. I don't see it. I really do not see how we can improve on the speed of the program. Where am I wasting moves? I'm taking it. It's not 0. Taking new one. It is 0. Go to Artbox. Go to Inbox. Artbox. It seems like the 3 that I'm... How many? 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna be 3 over. So I'm 3 over because I have 3 extra. Its correlation seems insignificant and I'm not really getting a completely random schedule here, which is bad. But I wish I could. Hello again, tell me more. Give me an example. Optimization challenges? No, I don't care. Well, hello again. Okay, so you reintroduce yourself. Tell me more. As with values, even those numbers who have 0 or negative value, and since the term negative can feel aggressive, we refer to those brave numbers to the left of 0 as values as a positively signed opportunity. Wow. For an example, your inboxes, your outbox should be okay. Cool. And you give me that. I don't see how I can do that. I mean, ooh, I have multiple programs. Okay. Is there any other one? Can I use add, for example? How can I use add to only output zeros and only the zeros that are in the queue? Can I read? So management expects 0, 0, 0, 0. So 4 zeros out of a total of 7 numbers. And I cannot do add because there is a character also, so that goes out the window. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna give up. I have one missing. Come on. Hallway. Subtraction? I never learned that in school, did you? We're a good team. Well, I know it. You have 6 apples and you take 2 apples away. What do we have? 4 oranges? Yes, a workplace theft incident. But also true. That's very, 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 very true. For each 2 things in the inbox, first subtract the first from the second and put the result in the outbox. And then subtract the second from the first and put the result in the outbox. Repeat. You now got a new command. Subtracts the contents of a tile on the floor from whatever value you're currently holding. So if I use sub, if I carry a 4 and here's a 9 and I use sub 0 sub 0, okay, and if I use sub 0, keep it together, sub 0, it's going to subtract the content of a tile on the floor from whatever value you're currently holding. So 4 minus 9, so 4 inbox carrying sub 0, so whatever I have sub 9. Okay, got it. So since you want me to do operations on 2 different operations on things from the inbox, then I have to use them together somehow. Yes, so inbox and then copy 2 0 and then get another inbox and how about copy to 1 and then subtract. Okay, first we want to subtract the first from the second, so the 0 from the 1. My head hurts. I've placed 4 and 9 and you want me to subtract 4 from 9. I do have that right now, so do that and outbox and then copy from 1 and sub, well, copy from 0 and sub 1 and outbox that and jump. I think that's right. That took. But how well did we do? Okay. Wow, that was the optimal solution. Did everybody catch that? Why this works? Or am I going just a little bit too fast? I don't know. Well, leave me a comment. Let me know if you don't get it. Let's walk through it one time. So, I take this and I put it in the first position. And then I take the next one and I put it in the second position. Now I'm already carrying the second position. And I want to subtract that from that, so sub that from that. And there it is. And that's it. So now I need a new value, but there are no more values. Those are the values I'm interested in still, not these values, but those. So basically I need to take that and subtract it from that, which gives me -5. And that's the 2 values done. So now I need to start the whole process again with 6 and 4. Six in first position, 4 in the second position, subtract those, and now grab the first, subtract that, and that. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Let's continue. Equalization room. Sometimes some numbers are bigger than other numbers, and sometimes they are the same. How can we know? I read about that here in this great book. Which number are you? For the aspirational 0. You can borrow it later. You're doing just fine. I don't have a favorite employee. I enjoy supervising them equally. give an example. If your inbox is that, your outbox should be 2, 4, 9, minus 9. 2, 2, so compare them. Get two things from the inbox. If they are equal, put one of them in the outbox. Discard non-equal pairs. Repeat. You've got comments. You can use them if you like to mark sections for your program. Hello world. I don't care. So, again, the structure is different but the same because, yeah, horizontal versus vertical, so who cares? So we can start by taking the two, as we did in the last example, and comparing them. Well, how do we compare? Wait. We don't have a comparison. What we have is a subtraction. So we don't need to copy, we need to subtract. And why do we do that? Well, because if we grab a 3 and put it here and then grab that 3 and subtract my 3 from that 3, I get a 0. And if I have a 0, then I have an outbox. Because I want to output, but I do not want to output the 0, I want to output the number, so I need to copy it from, wait a minute, example 0 here, copy from that and then output that and then start again. But if it's not a 0, then I need to start again from scratch, which should be the point. That worked, but that take a little bit too long, come on. Let's see that working again. I take an inbox and I put it there. I take the next inbox without being destroyed. And then I go to subtract my 3 from the 3. I have a 0. If I have a 0, I'm going to jump here instead of jump back up. And jumping here, I copy that 3. Now I can put it out and I go back to the start. Now this is again 0, so I copy and I move along. So now comes the unmatched pair. I have a 4. I have a 6. The result is not 0. So now, since the result is not 0, I do not go here, but I jump back to the start. And I take my number, put it there, take my next, it's 0. I take it from there and I put it out. I don't see how I can make that faster. Really do not see how I can make that faster. It is as fast as it can go. There's no redundant instruction set here. I need the jump. I need to copy an outbox. Copy 2 and then grab another inbox and I really do not understand. The results are not in random, which is weird. Coffee break is coming up. We're gonna stop there. Let's see maximization room. There's been a change of plans. What kind of plans? The accounting department has determined that treating all numbers equally is no longer profitable. Management wants the big numbers only. What are the big numbers? I don't really care which numbers are bigger or smaller. I get paid the same no matter what. That's the attitude. Yes, way to go. Congrats. Grab two things from the inbox and put only the bigger of the two in the outbox. If they are equal, just pick either one. Repeat. Ooh, now we have to have to think about which is bigger and smaller, and we don't have a bigger smaller comparison, so we're gonna basically jump if 0 and jump if negative, and oh god, this is gonna be logistical nightmare, and you're gonna tell me I didn't run it fast enough, and I'm gonna hit you over the head with it. That's it. You got a new command. Jumps only if the thing you're holding is negative, less than 0. Otherwise, continues to the next line. Sure. So, what are we doing? We are taking the inbox, we are grabbing the 8. Let's copy it to the first position to have it, and we're grabbing a new one. Now, two things, and put only the bigger of the two in the outbox. Now, I don't know if the first or the second is gonna be bigger, and since I don't know that, I cannot not save them both somewhere. So I need to copy that 2 to the second. Because imagine what happens if I start with a 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 1 here, 2 here, I subtract, I find something. And then if that's bigger, then I take that to outbox. But if the 2, as in this case, as if it was a 1 and a 2 I was holding, if the 1 was down here and I was holding a 2, the 2 is bigger, so I had to output the 2. Does it matter? I can then add them, I suppose, and output that. We're gonna do that here. Let's do it with that way here, put them both and then choose, and then we can add with the addition on the another program to see how that goes. So we have both of them here. I have the second one here. If I subtract the second from the first, so 8, 2 sub is 2 minus 8, that's negative. So if it's negative, I have to do something. If it's 0, I have to do something else. If it is negative, then I want you to copy from that one. I think. We'll see. If it is, copy. No. There we go. Copy from 0 and outbox, or copy from anything. Do we care? If they're equal, no, we don't care. Actually, it doesn't matter about 0, does it? Zero doesn't matter, because if they're equal, you can just copy from 1. All I care is about the comparison. If it's not, I don't care what one it goes out. So then outbox, and then jump to the straight. Let's see. 8 there, 2 there, minus 6, jump, and I'm gonna copy from 1. That's bad, that's wrong. So I need to copy from 0, and you I need to copy from 1. That's the program. 4 there, 1 there. Now they're random. Okay. 4 and 1, minus 3, that means 4 is bigger, so copy from 0 and take it out. Seems to work. 6, 5, which is bigger? Huh? Which is bigger? The 5. 1, it's not, so I'm copying from that, and I put it there. Wait a minute, what happened? Ooh, bug. Right. This has nothing to... Right. When it comes here, when it's not negative, it copies it the right thing and it outputs. That's fine. But then what does it do? It copies 0. There's nothing to tell it to start over. So we need to start it over. Jump here and jump back up. And that should be the last of it. And there you go. And it's bad. Okay, but let's do the other thing that I said. Let's grab an inbox and copy it to that one. Now let's grab another inbox and now sub them. If the result is negative, then something, add them or something, I don't know. And then take that to the outbox, otherwise what? Otherwise copy, not to, copy from that and take that to the outbox and then jump over, but also start again. Okay, why? Inbox, I grab a 4. Now I grab a 6, so I have to output a 6. That's not negative. So my logic is reversed. Cool. So I need... No, that's right. I just need to take that there and that there. Does that work? Yep, that works. Well, it's faster, but it's still size no. But it is faster. So this is faster, but it's not prettier. Why is it not prettier? And do we care that it's not prettier if it's faster? How about if we run it a bunch of times? Two again. Seven, 2, 3, 8. Is it the same numbers? 7, 2, 3, 8. Same numbers, moron. Okay, so this is faster than that one. This has 12 steps, this has 11 steps. But you see what this works? Because we don't really care what the difference is. It's about the difference that denotes exactly what the size is. So if we know the difference and we have a number, we can recreate the original one. This program here is basically copying both values and then decides based on the result which one to take. But we don't have to take that. We can just copy it, recreate it by adding or not. Which is... whoa, that messed up. Wait a minute, where was it? There. Okay. That's sensitive to touching. So touch it from numbers next time. Thank you. So by having this recreate... Okay, which numbers? You know you subbed. So what number was it here? Maybe you didn't pay attention, but you come here at this stage and you see a number on the floor 4 and a result on the screen 3 that comes from subbing. You know what the other number is, don't you? And that's why this works. If it is negative, you just copy from the 4 because obviously that was the bigger number. And you take it out. And now it's not a negative. So what happened? Again, you add it. You know that's not negative. So the other number was indeed greater. So you just add it to recreate it. And that's the right number. So it's faster, but the program is not... Which annoys me. It's just one line. It's just one line that should not be here. And I don't know what that line is. Why is there one line here that's too much? What is the 10 solution? The 10 line solution? What does that look like? I don't know. But this guy here is definitely bad. And the difference in coding, let's say, or in actual programs, if you hear about this program is a memory hog and this program is not so well written, so it takes up loads of memory. Well, this program takes exactly twice the memory the other one does, because this is the representation of your memory and this is the input. So when this one runs, it wastes 2 bits of information. But when the other one runs, it just wastes 1. It always works with 1. And that's why this program is about twice better in terms of memory than your other one. And that's what it means to write a good program. Although it's a long program, so it's gonna be a little bit bigger in your hard drive than the other one. But what do you want? Do you want a program that's 100 megabytes, 110 megabytes in your drive and takes faster to resolve and is half the RAM? Or do you want a program that's 120 megabytes, takes much more to work its program and takes twice your memory? This is about good or not good programming. And that's, I think, gonna be the end. I'm gonna have another coffee, and thank you for watching.
And that, ladies, is how I saved a bundle on my long-distance telephone service. Back to work, everyone.
A massive army of machines has surrounded the city. The machines are not moving, and they are not communicating. Local authorities are investigating.
Take care all.